You know when you go to a party and immediately find the one person you know, and that's basically it for the rest of the night? Well, the same thing happens inside your head. We call this the Frank in the corner problem.
Well, imagine there's a crowd in your head, and Frank is the character you always end up talking to. He's easy to fight. You know each other well. He might not be the best person to talk to in the room. He's just who you are used to. So the two of you always end up together, even though there are plenty of others to choose from.
That's what happens with the parts of us that we rely on the most. We build a relationship with them, a pathway that becomes easy and automatic. So when friction comes, say a threat or a trigger or a moment of uncertainty, this part of you is the first responder, the first one through the door, just like Frank.
And over time, most of us don't even love this first responder. If your officer is the skeptical part, you might be tired of always talking yourself out of things. Or if it's the fearful part, you might be exhausted by how much energy goes into worrying. If it's the control freak, you might wish for just once you could let something be.
You might have even wished that this part of you would just disappear. But they're not trying to make your life harder. They're looking out for you, trying to protect something that really matters.
So, in this mission, we are going to ask you a series of questions. But before we do, Omo has a story.
Yeah, back in college, I took a creative writing class, and one day the teacher asked the class, name something that roars. And everyone raised their hand and said, a lion. And then she said, see? We all came up with the same obvious answer, which means it was too easy. Now write down 10 more, but try to have them connect to you personally. Roar like a mother-in-law? Now you're talking.
And it's the same thing here. Your first answer is your lion. Write it down, but then keep going. Let many answers come, not just the first. And before we start, get the most recent stuck point exercise you wrote down at the end of review. Review it. And when you are ready, here's the first question.